Hey, welcome back. It is cold, rainy, and freezing. Yes, it's so cold here. So, we got to get warmed up. Don't you love the cold, rainy weather, though? This time of year, I like to cook warm, cozy foods and just sit in my house with the fireplace going, eating a warm meal with people I love. So, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So, hope you guys like cooking. We're also going to be making a vegan dish. It's going to be a warm comfort food that many of you guys are familiar with. And if you're vegan or plant-based as well, let me know if you're going to like more of these type of cooking videos. But right now I'm just enjoying the weather, how cold it is. It's rainy. You can hear that thunder. It's just nature. So I really like going outside and just enjoying the weather sometimes. And as you can see, I'm still collecting that rainwater. And I just really like observing the seasonal changes, the weather. It's just very invigorating. So it was almost freezing, about 34 degrees, I believe. That's almost freezing. And yeah, I really like this time of year. Get the winter storms and the very cold temperatures and just get to bundle up in your warm sweaters and make your tea or your coffee and just cuddle up in front of the fire and just enjoy life. So we're going to be cooking vegan or plant-based chicken and dumplings. And first, we chopped up some carrots and celery and onion and a little bit of garlic. And we're going to make dessert later on. So I might show you guys that in another video. But we're going to be making the chicken and dumplings today. It's going to be made with vegan chicken. So it's going to be like a meat substitute. This is the chopped garlic. We're going to be putting a little bit of olive oil. And Sasha's over here cooking that vegan chicken, and Layla is sauteing the veggies in some olive oil. We add a little bit of salt and seasonings. So we're going to be simmering in some vegetable stock, and we're also going to be using garlic powder for seasonings. As you can hear us in the back talking, we had a great time cooking together. This is one of the ways that I bond with my daughters. They're learning how to cook. I'm teaching them. So they know how to cook for themselves because can't really just go find vegan chicken and dumplings or plant-based chicken and dumplings everywhere. And this is the vegan chicken, the seasoned veggies. They love that garlic powder. They sure do. And that's the rest of the garlic. It's smelling really good, by the way. And there goes that vegetable broth or vegetable stock. It's just going to be the base of this meal. So it's going to be a thick, hearty type of soup. If you've ever made chicken and dumplings before, you know it's supposed to be thick. So I'm adding in some of this Earth Balance. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm adding in some coconut milk unsweetened, and then I add in some butter later on. But this, yeah, that's the butter right there, the Earth Balance vegan butter. And the coconut milk is to thicken it up and give it that creamy consistency. So I'm going to do 1 can of coconut milk, and then I'm going to do some oat milk. So I'm going to do half oat milk and half coconut milk to get that thick consistency, because oat milk is thick and so is coconut milk, and you don't want to make it taste too much like coconut. So that's why the oat milk and the butter go in there. And when you're cooking, you know, this is also a time to put in your intentions and your food and all the good that you want and all the wonderful good you are trying to attract and all the love that you have. It's going into this meal so that those who eat it also, you know, feel that same way. And it's also a time to bond with whoever you're cooking with if you decide to cook with someone. If you're just making this by yourself, then do this for your own self intentions and self love. So I'm just creating some butter, olive oil, and flour just to thicken up the soup a little bit. And I have to put some vegetable stock, a little bit of water, flour, butter, and olive oil. And I'm going to add this into my chicken and dumplings so that it thickens up. So this is that flour mix after I added some more chicken stock. It looks like mashed potatoes, but it is just to thicken up the soup a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into the boiling water. And you're just going to whisk this in and give it a stir. And once it's in there, the consistency of the liquid is going to get thicker. And now we're going to be thickening up this sauce to the consistency of chicken and dumplings. While that boils, Layla is getting her dumplings ready that she made from some flour, and we coated biscuits, cut them up and coated them in flour as she adds them into the pot. Now we're adding the chicken, or the vegan chicken, into the mix, and this is going to taste so good, you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to see the finished results. And now we're getting ready to serve this and just bond over a hot bowl of chicken and dumplings in the cold, rainy, freezing weather. This is a perfect meal for cold nights like this. You guys let me know if you're going to try to make this dish plant-based style in the comments. There's Velvet eating her breakfast the next morning. She was a little hungry. And there's Rico. He's just sitting there. Then I went thrifting earlier that morning, and here's the haul. So I bought this book that looks like a book, but it's really a box, and it has these little nice green ribbons and a rose type of painting or print on the front. I also found this glass goblet that matched one that I have already, so I picked that up. I got this teacup little succulent floral homemade arrangement that I'm probably going to take apart and just use for the teacup. I got these little ramekins, and I think there was four of them, and I really like to use these for condiments and things when I'm setting my table, or you can use them to make little desserts inside and bake. Also found this little cloche for cheese, mini cakes, cupcakes, or a small cake. And I also got this really pretty apple pie baking dish that comes with a cover, or it's just a ceramic apple pie cover. You put pies in here or whatever you like. And I ordered one of these a while back, and it arrived in pieces because it broke. And I paid about 20 bucks back then. And I found this one thrifting for only $5.99. So that was a good deal. So I just already happened to have an apple pie, and I put that in there. So also, you guys, the next day we all ate breakfast and we were just reminiscing about the time we went to Universal Studios and went to the Hogwarts Harry Potter ride. It was so fun. It kind of gave me a lot of ideas when I came back, and I actually made a lipstick called Spell, and it is this brown one that you see by Level Up Cosmetics. I really liked the time I spent at Universal Studios, and we kind of did a Halloween theme. And here we are. Yes, we kind of did a Halloween theme based on the Harry Potter Hogwarts. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the footage that we took while we were there, because I don't think I put that in the video when we, returned. So we were just at breakfast talking about how we enjoyed the experience of visiting Universal Studios and how really fun the Harry Potter ride was. It was a virtual reality roller coaster, actually, but the line into the roller coaster was Hogwarts. So you get to tour Hogwarts as you go through the line. So I thought that was very creative how they did that instead of just waiting in a very long line. So we are entering, and as you can see, the corridors are very long, and you have people instructing you on which way to go. Then we have the greenhouse where they were learning how to handle mandrakes. And here are the little mandrakes that they had in the garden. If you ever get a chance to visit Universal Studios, you definitely want to go to the Hogwarts ride. It is the best ride that I have been on, actually. So that means a lot. And the tour of Hogwarts as you go through the line is so detail oriented, and it's really nice. You'll see later on in this video how very detailed this actually is. You get to go through the different parts of Hogwarts. You'll see. I'm just going to let this play, and I'm going to put some music, and I'm just going to let you enjoy the little tour. So, as the ride was over, I couldn't film on the ride, of course, but we left and we had such a great time. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you're new, please subscribe and see you soon.